Hi, this is a brief explanation of how to make an entry in our Grand Tour itinerary. This is one of the assignments that you have to do for the first section of your pre-work. You'll actually do one of these entries for each of the cities that we visit, or maybe there's 3 of them. You'll have to check and see which one I required. Okay, so you can click on the link. It's also in our Facebook page down here, Grand Tour Itinerary. Click on the link. It'll take you to a form. You fill it out, your name. I'm going to use the San Giorgio, I can't spell it right, Maggiore Church. It is a place. It is in Venice. It was built, I'm going to cheat here, I have some notes and you can do this too. It was built in 1566 by Palladio. You heard a lot about him in the video that you saw, the BBC documentary. It was built in 1566. You can format this better yourself. It's an example of Palladian architecture. It has a tower with an excellent view. It was made famous by Turner, the painter, in his landscapes in the 19th century, and is still famous today for its views and its architecture. Okay. So the significance is Palladian architecture was the neoclassical style that the British fell in love with as part of their search for Western heritage roots in the classical and the modern. I would also say that it's important because of its location in Venice, across from the Doge's palace and the gates, or the Lion Gates. And you could probably find other reasons that it's important. Okay, if interested, where should the traveler go? Well, I can tell you, I'm going to link these over. You can go to TripAdvisor, has a lot of reviews of it. There's some architectural sites, but then this other guidebook site gives some really good information that I found about visiting, and it breaks down all the different parts of the church and why they're important. To get there, you would take the Vaporetto. I can't spell Vaporetto. How do you spell it? Vaporetto. Vaporetto, line 2 or N from the Piazza San Marco. And we'll know how to get there from our hotel because it's one of the major stops of the Vaporetto. The Vaporetto is the water bus that we can take around Venice to get from place to place. And how much does it cost? I couldn't find how much the church cost, is unknown, but one of the websites I saw, the tower is €5 and is supposed to have a better view than the Campanile in San Marco, which is €8. So the savvy traveler might want to go take the time to go over to this church and climb up that tower um, for cheaper and as good a view. At least that's what they say. Anyway, so that gives you the idea of what you should do. It's going to take some research for each of the things that you find. And how do you know what kinds of things to find? Well, this church was mentioned in the BBC video, and you'll also see pictures of things in the readings. Things will be mentioned in the video, and you can do your own sleuthing. And definitely, if you find an itinerary printed anywhere of a grand tourist, please post it to Facebook to help out your classmates. So hopefully that gives you an idea. And then you just hit submit, and there it is. You can also perhaps before doing this, you can click here to view the responses, and it will look like this. You'll see a spreadsheet, and you can see what other people have posted. And so don't post the same thing. That's the only rule, is that you can't do the same one that somebody else did. If you find a completely different way of looking at a site than somebody else did, then you can post it a second time, but it should be a different experience that you're trying to capture for us. Okay? You can see where at the end of this we will have a whole guidebook of our own based on our itinerary of London, Paris, Venice, Florence, and Rome. So have fun.